Hey, you, friends, family, and strangers. Today, we're going to do a few things. The first of which is talk about this. No, this is not a giant bottle of cologne. This is Toki, Suntory whiskey. Basically some Japanese shit. And let me tell you, have you ever had the beer shits? Try having the Toki whiskey shits. I'm here to testify. True Tide Pod and tested. It sucks ass. Today, I'm going to give you a brief rundown on why this shit should never or always enter your body depending on who you are. And then we'll do some other dumb horse cockering around town. So please, gather your things and let's do it. So we are doing a little product review at the very front of today's video as a way to drive traffic to the channel, just like when Steel Panther went on America's Got Talent. All right, feast your eyes on Toki Suntory whiskey from the founding house of Japanese whiskey in 1923. 43 alcohol by volume, which makes it 86 proof. This stuff has very interesting taste. Next time you're at the store, go up to the roses and the flowers, like at a grocery store that sells flowers and gifts and things like that. Put your nose right into a red rose and take a big, deep smell. Then imagine you took 3 of those rose heads and you ate them. That's what it first initially tastes like to consume Suntory whiskey. It about made me throw up, the taste that is, but what I did like about Toki whiskey, which was so much different than the shitty early times Kentucky whiskey, was the fact that the aftertaste feels very lingering, very pleasant, very enjoyable, very worth it. So much, in fact, I went for 3 big shots of this last night. And after 2 shots, some time had passed and my buzz on was going buzz off big time. But it was the perfect night for seeing what shot number 3 could do. It was a mistake on one hand, but pretty good timing on the other hand, because that 3rd shot of Toki hit me like a freaking AC/DC concert, like a rock and roll train, and it did not screw around. I do not recommend that 3rd shot of Suntory whiskey. For me, a shot was my glass about this tall, filled completely up with ice, big chunks of ice, and the liquid line about halfway up, but still it's a crap ton of ice in there. I don't even know if it is the full amount of liquid that's in 1.5 ounce shot glass. But anyways, we will probably test that again with an actual shot glass, a South Park or SpongeBob shot glass. This is very important because those supplies are making their way to the Whiskey Brew House Review Center as we speak. So tonight, it may be 1 shot of Toki night, but maybe not. I already did it. I didn't film it because I had already closed out my episode for the night. But this is still a review because, trust me, there is no memory loss here. The initial taste will blow your tongue out of your head, but I liked it. I like how it lingered, and I've heard that review a few times. People like how Toki Suntory whiskey lingers in their senses. But what about the effects? The 3rd shot fucked me up and gave me the whiskey shits, but the other food I consumed and the stupid Smirnoff orange cream beers probably didn't help either. So when it comes to Toki, I recommend 2 shots. If you're good at drinking and you're not like getting ready to drive or anything like that, obviously, I recommend 2 shots and then be done. If you're a really hardcore motherfucker like I am not, then go for that 3rd one. But I would advise you intensely, no matter who you are, do not go for a 4th shot of 86 proof or above liquid. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyways, that has been your Toki Suntory whiskey review. Now we'll do other stuff, like I have to organize my garage, travel out to my storage unit, bring some shit back, go to the store, waste some money, and who knows, give your mom a pearl necklace. Let's go see. Take a good look. Probably the cleanest this room will ever be. Before we head out for the day and do our running around, I thought I'd give the floor a little swab, put some stuff away. But look, I've only been here a couple weeks, right? And just in this room alone, look at what was lurking. Look at what was lurking in the carpet. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, boys, it's like a whole fucking labyrinth in there of dirty dust mites, dirty bastards. Before we continue with more moving, believe it or not, I think I'll pop into good old White Castle. And get me some of those delicious sliders, you know, nothing says good health and sustainability for a lifetime of longevity and just all around good old man health. Then some onion-packed sliders with jalapeno cheese. I like to top mine off with some cheese sticks as well. Last time I was there, they shorted me my fries, and I drove away throwing a major fit. I'm embarrassed to say, but it's true. I was throwing napkins in my car and cussing and saying the F word, the word fuck, and stuff like that. Not very nice. Not very nice indeed. And the worst part is the fact that now at the White Caskets, at least the one by me, their order is with a robot. A computer listens to what you're saying and takes your order. I don't know if it's ever been accurate, and I just have to go and reorder at the window anyways, but that has caused confusion, and my order's been screwed up the last couple times. So I think I'll go ahead and tuck tail and order it for pickup on the good old DoorDash app. That's right. And I know what they're going to say. Sir, have you lost your F-wording mind? You don't have to order on DoorDash. You can order directly on our own app, and then it'll be cheaper. And then I'd have to say, that means I would need a separate app for any and everything I do. Are you out of your fucking mind? That's like these psychopaths that keeps a loyalty or discount card in their wallet for every gas station they know of, for every store they've ever heard of, for every motherfucking restaurant they've ever heard of. Like, who the fuck wants to sit on something that bulky and stiff and hard? Well, never mind. I guess look, the dude gave it a full overseas FedEx shipment treatment. Have you seen my waistline? It's for me, dumbass. See these guys? No amount of bullshit, guys. These guys have fallen on hard times, and that's why they just went into Walmart and bought an inflatable bed, and they're pumping it up now and setting up an apartment in that U-Haul. That is their lodging tonight options. Been there, done that. Not in a U-Haul, but I've literally slept in my Ford Focus many times. I am so not in the mood to move shit today, just like yesterday I wasn't. Relaxing is like, once you do it, you want to keep doing it. It's like when you first learn to diddle yourself. At first, it's freaky because you're not used to it, but then you realize this is the coolest thing ever. All right, stuff that goes to donate or sold goes on that wall. Stuff that goes up to the apartment goes on that wall. Stuff that stays in the garage goes on that wall or up in this storage area. Well, this just got awkward. I don't mind neighbors noticing anything that I do or nothing like that. It really doesn't matter. I get all that. But I feel like if I want to fart or scratch my ass or belch or talk to my camera, it's so much more comfortable if I am doing it in a private setting. But anyways, let's see how much of this moving shit around I can tolerate until I snap and leave. And if my clicker decides not to work, there's a red cord right up there I can pull and lift the garage door up, in theory. Hopefully I don't have to piss anytime soon since I've blocked myself in so far. I'm standing in this one little spot and I'm placing things in the direction they should go. Like all this stuff theoretically will go upstairs, except for that cabinet. That cabinet needs to go back in that corner. Yeah, there might be a few objects in the way of that happening right now, so we'll see. Just so you know, when you hang a pole saw on one of the roof beams, ceiling beams, and then open the garage door, it knocks it off the beam and drags it and almost drops it right onto your face, blade first. So that got a little awkward real fast. I didn't recognize the place. Thought I might have walked into the wrong apartment. I'm not used to being able to see the floor in here. Speaking of stuff on the floor, I'm about to decorate the floor myself. I'm doing the gotta shit real bad shuffle. Oh, fuck, boys. You think I'm making jokes? I'm about to make brownies. I love figuring out complex two-step math problems. And I just figured out White Castle equals diarrhea. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to make it out to the storage unit again tonight. Like I said, I have to pretty much pay for both of them for another full month anyway, so fuck it. I'm thinking about a routine where I just do it on weeknights, even though the one storage unit is over an hour away from where I now live in my new pad. Oh, fuck. But in any event, at least I'll be sleeping with the windows up tonight, letting some fresh air in, listening to the sounds of nature or the sounds of the salsa music from my neighbors, one of the two, probably a combination of fucking both like usual. But in any event, the windows shall be open. So, I mean, it kind of feels like you're camping because there's not much separating you from the outside world up here sleeping with the windows open. But I'm up on the third floor. I ain't too worried about it. I mean, this is a sketchy neighborhood. Like, hide your husbands, hide your wives, hide your dogs. Because anything with at least 2 legs is getting raped up in here. Second floor, third floor, doesn't really matter. Even my grandma got something up her butt, and she's a war veteran, only has 1.5 legs. But at least the burglar waited for her to answer the door this time. Fuck. I do believe tomorrow morning I will wake up to the soothing sounds of hammers, saws, air nailers, and the whole works. Also, don't forget the soothing sounds of boards being thrown over walls and landing on the subfloor and making a loud boom noise. Not that I'm complaining. I think it's actually pretty neat to watch. I enjoy watching woodwork construction. I think it's pretty cool. The reason why you can barely see shit out here is because the moon light is being blocked by heavy cloud cover. Well, what do you want me to say? This one may need to wrap up soon. I don't know. Guys, friends, fucking comrades, confidants. Look, can you believe? You can actually see the floor in here. It blows my nuggets that you can actually see the floor in here. And look, check this out. Camp more and work less. We toyed around with the idea of doing a live taste test for Toki. If you watched this video only because it started out with a Suntory Whiskey Toki review and you've been waiting for me to try it, I don't believe I'm trying that. There is a potential for me to try this or one of these or like 4 of these JDers, fruity beers. Because I don't know. And it's not even like I'm not avoiding getting drunk or whatever. It really is the taste. You have to be in a very giving mood to want this taste in your freaking mouth, and burping up that spicy ass whiskey for like the next 12 hours was really annoying. So when you're here and we party in person, you're welcome to whatever. We'll have the shot glasses just a flowing, titties just a swinging all out. Yo ass can do shots with me of any of that stuff. Any of my friends down there at the end of the bar. And that's about it, you know? I feel like we at least got some fun shots in today for today's video. I did not do much in the way of getting shit done as far as what I need to get done. I need to get the oil changed in the van. I need to get my taxes filed. I need to get my ass out of those storage units, but I have to organize that garage, which I learned today is going to take a lot longer than I wanted to admit. So I got to pay the bill for those storage units for another month, basically, is what it bolts down to. And then hopefully by the end of that month, the beautiful month of May, I will be out of both, or hopefully at least out of the one that's farther away. That would be nice. So yeah, we'll see what's doing and what's brewing, won't we? The reason I didn't do those today, like I said, is because, I don't know. I get in here on a day I know I don't have to worry about going to work. It is so hard to get moving because I know I don't have to go to work. And I have done nothing since October but move. Back in October, I got that other apartment, and I moved in and out of that apartment literally like 5 times because I kept going back and forth on whether or not I was keeping the place or keeping my house. This time around is so much different. My house is empty. My shit is in storage. 2 different storages. Do you remember when it was 3? Because I had to pay to park Clifford somewhere. At least now, both vehicles are home. New home. And I just have to get out of these storage units because that's going to save me like, what, $300 a month? Ugh. There's just this. There's not like a headache behind my eyes, but there's just like a soul ache behind my brain where there's no rest for the weary. One of these days, this front room will have a couch And my big ass TV will be up here again finally on that wall right there on its proper TV stand. And I'll be able for the first time relax. I don't know. It's hard for me to talk right now because I ate that fucking leftover Mexican food from 2 days ago. What a fucking mistake. Definitely should add beer to the mix is what I'm thinking. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm sorry that we didn't go do a lot of shit today, but you know what? Dad's working on it, okay? Dad really is working on it. I just need you to be patient. My neighbors are literally drag racing, and in the apartment parking lot, drag racing. Luckily, my particular unit is in the back and on the 3rd floor and kind of like in a corner-ish. So motherfuckers can't be really bothering me too much because I'm like out of the main traffic area of the complex, thank God. And so far, my neighbors to the east, my neighbors to the west, my neighbors below me, heaven above, my neighbors to the southeast, all have been quiet, me included. I'm a quiet neighbor up here. I don't do anything late at night as far as like moving stuff up steps or making any noise or banging around. I have my Amazon smart speaker, play crap all the time, but like on volume 3. And then if it's in the middle of the day and there's construction work banging outside and all that stuff, I might have her play at volume 5 or 6, but only in the middle of the day, bright sunlight. I am a quiet neighbor up here. The only noise that I'm going to make up here is when I am putting the blocks to your sister. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, free range quietness going on up here. Friends, tomorrow we're probably going to film yet another beautiful episode of A Day in the Duggalo Life again. But unfortunately, it's more like a kind of an office day. So you might get to come to work with old Dad and just kind of play with your toys while Dad tries to make it happen on the computer machine Google. So, aren't you excited? It is all leading up to when we can get back to running around and doing fun stuff. I have a list in my brain of places we are going this summer. Fun stuff we are guaranteed to do this summer. Leroy is fresh from his surgery / oil change. We will be out and a fucking bout, son. But I can't right now. These next couple days again will be dedicated to getting shit back together. That is why these videos lately have ended up on a playlist on the Google feed, YouTube, called Tying Up Loose Ends in 2025. That's because that's what's going on right now. When we get back out onto the road, we can put new videos in categories like Beautiful Ohio, Roadside Oddities, blah, 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 blah. But hey, if you want to help me out, then you should do it by sharing this link or a link from a video that doesn't quite seem as boring as this one. Share that link instead with all your dumb buddies because a growing audience helps me out. Oh yeah, I promised that we'd crack a beer. Hang on. We're going to crack a fruity beer. Hang on. This is a Jack Daniel's Watermelon Punch. And guess what? It contains alcohol. Not the kind you rub on your knee when you fall down. Actually, that sounds horrendous. Just rinse your scraped knee off with room temperature water at low pressure. This kind of alcohol is the kind that if you drink enough of it, like what's in the Toki, you'll start to feel your nervous system become inhibited and you'll feel kind of like you're spacing out, right? This, however, is just a fruity beer. It's only 4.8% ALC, alcohol by volume, or rather ABV, and this says 10 ounce. That's weird. I could have swore these were 12 ounce. bottles. But I've never tried this before. I don't think I've ever consumed a Jack Daniel's product in my life, and this one doesn't count because this is definitely has a fruity and alcohol smell. So far pleasant. I went with watermelon punch. In the fridge right now, there is Southern Peach, I think, and one is called Juice, something juice, and the other one is like I forget. I wanted to say sour apple, but I don't remember. Maybe I'll wait, and when the time is right, when I don't have to be up bright and early, not that this is going to do anything to me. This will actually do nothing to me tonight. This will just be something that tastes good. So if that's the case, or if I'm drinking something more hardcore, the time is right, the night is correct for such a thing. Maybe I'll just crack open brand new ones with you, because somebody out there is going to appreciate learning about this horse shit. So, watermelon punch. I predict the Jack Daniel's watermelon punch fruity beer tastes very good. Let's see. Delicious. Pleasant, going down. A little bit of a medicine-like aftertaste, but not bad. Yeah, and I like that it's 4.8% compared to the Smirnoff. What is it? Smirnoff Ice Orange Cream Pop. Those are like 2.5%, and you don't feel them. So my theory on that is, if you can't feel anything, then just buy soda, which is totally fine. Because I don't want to drink to just have something to drink. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to drink water or soda. But if you want to drink alcohol as a little bit of a relaxer, then it should be able to be felt a little bit. You don't want to feel too much. You don't want to be like me last night. I felt a little too much. It came in waves. For like 2 hours, I was building up to a nice body buzz, and then I kind of like got bored and felt nothing. Then I went for glass number 3 of the Toki. Don't go for glass 3. Just go for a JD watermelon punch. Okay? Thanks for spending time with me today. I'm not sure why you did, but hey, whatever, right? Tomorrow we'll do something maybe, but probably not. That's just kind of how the cap twist off here on Dougaloo Nation. If you want to email me, then do it. DougaloNation@gmail.com. Who knows? Maybe one of these days I'll check that account. And I think that's going to do it for today. Thanks for helping me do jack shit. We had an exciting day of going to the White Castles and going to the Walmart to buy some JD. And I also bought a beautiful shelf for either my bathroom or my bedroom, but I'm probably going to buy the same exact one. It's like a bookcasey type metal frame shelf that looks gorgeous. So we're gonna put that together soon, guys. And what else did we do today other than fuck all? We watched me talk about how I don't want to do anything today. That's what we did today. So don't worry, I'll see you again tomorrow morning, per our usual. Pick you up, talk to you directly. And yeah, so tomorrow morning, that's not too bad of a wait time, is it? Just remember that in the meantime, I really need you to not be a douche.